everybody. I am at my grandparents' house about to cook for one of the pickiest eaters I have ever met. I'm going to make her a steak. And let me tell you, my grandma, this woman right here, has sent back so many steaks, so many burgers, because they're not cooked exactly right. And I'm going to try and make her a steak she can enjoy today. And my grandpa's here too, but you know, he's not picky. He grew up poor eating hog brains, so I'm boiling some ham hocks that he's going to eat with me because, well, that man will eat anything. But I'm going to try and make her a steak, and I just hope she enjoys it. Not like when I'd get her something for Christmas and she'd give me this face. Oh, that's great, thanks. That's not what I'm going for. I want her to be blown out of the water. All right, so I got her steak here, and I'm getting it going with a generous coating of coarse sea salt because that'll help it sear real nice. Got some steak seasoning to add to it because, you know, she's getting older. She needs lots of flavor in her life. And I'll do this, of course, to both sides. And a little minced onion because, unlike her favorite grandson, she actually likes onions. I hate onions, you know that. Alrighty. Another just generous coating on this side. Those coarse crystals are really going to go a long way when it comes to searing the steak off. And they'll help trap some of that flavor in there. And while I'm doing this, I am going to go ahead and get the oil going for the steak so it's nice and hot. Get that nice sear she's looking for. Okay, we got the ham hocks there in the back boiling. And now I got my oil heated up, which oil doesn't have that much flavor, but towards the end I'll throw some butter in there. Right now we're just searing it off for her because she does like a nice brown crust. Just for a little minute or two on each side. Nothing too complicated, just she wanted to make sure I seared it. She said my steaks are usually good, but she seemed really worried that I just wasn't going to give it that proper sear she wanted. So we are definitely working on that sear now. Wait for this to go ahead and get browned on both sides. Got a okay sear on that. I'm letting the pan cool down a little bit so that when I add the butter and start scooping that right on top that it doesn't burn, and hopefully adds a nice flavor that to her, but I'll try not to overcook it because she is a very rare girl, aren't you, Grandma?
Yes.
Okay, now we got this steak back in there. The heat's been brought down. Grandma's a big butter person, so we got it salted, and I'll put this knob of butter in there and let it melt down. Now, normally me, I would have a clove of garlic or some minced garlic in there, but you work with what you have. So once it gets a little meltier, obviously this is not a healthy person's steak. I would have substituted olive oil and Mrs. Dash if I was worried about it being healthy, but you know, clearly not. No, okay, Grandma. I'm saying if I was trying to make it healthy, but this ain't about healthy, is it?
It's about eating.
Yeah, it's about being tasty. I want to make you a steak that you would not send back. And hopefully this is going to be a steak you wouldn't send back. And I want you to be honest with me after it's cooked. I don't want you to just say, because I'm your grandson, I want to know if I made you a steak you enjoyed or a steak that you might send back. I took it off for a minute to let the pan cool down. She has soft taste buds, so I know it seems like I'm over seasoning, but every time I know you think I'm doing fine, Grandma. Every time I move this around, it loosens a lot of that, and I want to keep the flavor. And it's almost done. I'm just gonna keep getting that nice butter in there and scooping it right on top there. Grandma, let me see how that turned out for you. I hope it's to your liking. It might not be as rare as you like, but there's some pink in there, but we won't know until you get down to the center of it. Of course, that baked potato was microwaved because Grandma doesn't need everything to be fancy. Her choice, not mine. You think you could cut like right through the middle of that steak for me, Grandma, just so I can see if it's close to what you wanted? It's got some pink. It might be a little closer to medium well, but you know, I think that added addition of the butter will make up for that in flavor. Let me just see your face when you take this bite. I want to see your reaction. Having issues getting it up there.
You want to see your face?
Now, be honest, Grandma.
I am. It's delicious.
Now, I don't think it necessarily benefited from searing at first, but, you know, that's your preference, not mine.
Very, very good.
Are you going to eat it all?
I'll eat it all.
I'm glad.
The dog is not going to get
Well,
me.
you know, I never cooked as a kid, and I always ate Grandma's cooking, rare steak just slathered in salt, and she could never get one at a restaurant she liked. If she tells me that she's going to eat this, then I feel like I am ready to cook for my own son who's going to be here in April, and I'm proud right now. So I'm glad that she enjoyed it, and next I got to serve Grandpa ham hock because the man will eat anything. Okay, Grandpa, you ready? I bought you some ham hocks so you could try a different food that most people don't eat, and you said that this was something from your childhood?
Yes, it is.
Tell me about it. What would you eat it with?
Navy beans, pinto beans, any kind of beans, really, variety.
We're talking about ham hocks in his childhood.
Oh, I used to cook them all the time for him.
Okay, well, I don't have no beans or anything, but, you know, it's kind of bland, you just eating that by itself. Remember how you were talking about how Grandma used to make gravy for you and she can't do that no more?
Right.
Well, while I was sitting in there, I wasn't just boiling beans. I used some of that stock and a few other ingredients to throw you together a little gravy right there.
All right.
So, go ahead, pour it on there, eat some.
Okay.
Let me know if it's okay. I've never made ham hocks before.
Never?
No.
Yeah, cook the heck out of them. That's the only thing you can do.
Well, it was kind of falling off the bone, so I hope it's all right. I mean, you're not picky like Grandma. You'll probably eat the damn bone out of that, too.
No, my dog would get it.
I was joking, Grandpa. The gravy's a little thin, but I didn't want to overdo it.
It's over here, put this here like this. This bug is hot.
Yeah, well, it literally just came out of the oven, so yeah, the burner.
The inside of it is the best part of it, the inside of it.
Is it coming apart pretty well for you?
Yeah, pretty much. Every ham hog has fat on the outside. This here is all fat, but you want to go to the inside.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
And we said, okay. And so he said, well,
Go, hope I don't choke.
Denise, y'all the Southern
You
girls,
done dropped it.
called the Southern Street.
Good thing I'm CPR certified if you choke.
You can cover the rest of the United States. And we're like, well, what do we do? He said, well, I've got the numbers from the record company here. We'll just start calling and ask them to play that.
Was that gravy okay?
So, it was really
I
good.
usually,
7 hours calling
when I make it at work, we've been boiling stuff for hours, so I have more stock. The ham hocks, there wasn't, I used a little bit of that, but I had to substitute with beef and broth and other things to get that flavor, but.
You know, or it was pretty funny.
All right.
Alan was always
Well, there you have it.
scheming on how to further
Grandma's pleased with her fine steak. Grandpa's pleased because it's literally something that's edible. He'd eat anything. And I'm happy because I could come out here and make them smile. So all in all, it's been a good day. Say goodbye to everybody. Grandma, Grandpa.
Bye.
Bye.